I do recognize that homosexuality was created through the chemical chain that has been, we have been inundated for decades, if not at least 4 centuries. Okay. So that chemical chain, that heavy metal poisoning has altered our drive from just being heterosexual beings into homosexual beings and bisexual. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, it's actually very accurate. And I also will state for the record now that while sexuality, oh, there goes one of my rats. My rats are still out. But while heterosexuality seems to be the and it is, it's the initial sexuality that we all had in order to procreate, in order to create batteries, meaning babies, because the only reason why we were gifted the pleasure of sex and babies was to, I think he went the wrong direction. He better find his way back. My live rat trap is coming today. And I will be catching all my babies and putting them up. But anyways, back to the original. We were originally non-sexual beings. Originally, just so everybody is clear on how and my research has taken me to throughout the years. So it was only women that lived, existed. Men did not exist. Men are a secondary creation. It does not mean that human men are less than women. It is just the way things were created. And women were able to create through themselves their own babies. And then men were brought along in order to split into two to create division. I've talked about that for several years on these power chats. So yeah, it is the vagina trap. The whole system is a trap. And so then we had heterosexuality, and then we began to join together in sexual yearning, because once they made everything so exciting, right, and pleasurable and orgasmic, then we wanted to have sex. And then the hormones are the greatest trickery of all. You know, they control us beyond making us crazy. So it got us to continue with batteries, because otherwise we wouldn't want to have sex. We wouldn't have wanted to have children. It wasn't what we would have wanted to do. But they needed the batteries of new babies, Babylon. So we move on from there in order to make changes in us, again, to move us into their predilection, which is really man on man. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. It's men with men. Boom. Not women with women, just men with men. And that's why it's called being gay, because that's what they term men being together. Why is that? Because it's a patriarchal world where men want to sleep with men. And as we can see that with the trans bathing that they do, where one man dresses up like a woman and the other one pretends it's a man. Maybe it's a man, maybe it's not. I don't even think they have a whole lot of genitals going on, you know, under the garments. And I think that's why they use us through genetic engineering in order to create more. And they have sleeves, which are clones, because I think that's what they are. So there's where we go with that. So I just had one of Frock's very big dizzy spells. Okay, so I just got really dizzy. All right, so in terms of that, they have been reprogramming or genetically modifying us in order to have us be bisexual, that's curious about both, to homosexual, that's, you know, that's what that is. We know what that is. And then all these other things, you know, that are queer and transgender and whatever the hell else is in the rainbow. Okay, so it's just getting more and more consumed by poisons regulating and dysregulating us. Just like Sally is saying, her friend's son took the jab and was heterosexual and became homosexual. I've talked about in the past where I felt that I was maybe bisexual, whatever was going on with me. The moment I gave up Tide detergent and fabric softeners, I never ever thought about being with a woman again. You know, just totally heterosexual without any kind of confusion. And now, now I'm so lucky as I'm nothing. I am not anything. I no longer am interested in sex because I've been purging for the last 22 years. So, wanting to have sex is also in many ways a chemical, biochemical, hormonal reaction that's going on that creates this desire. Now, all that being said, now that I precipitated everything, Pride Month makes me insane. Does it make anybody else insane here? Okay, so originally we were all an XX, which is also an Osiris Roman number, and then we were turned into an XY, where they broke the rib off of the atom, for men to come in, and then it's now an XXY, I believe, for the hermaphrodites that they're creating through chemicals, as I've explained before. Now they're trying to move people into this transbaptism, where so many people are suddenly, surprisingly, since the COVID jabs, wanting to transgender because they now suddenly feel like they're the opposite gender, which is being programmed into the jabs itself. So you can see how they're always modifying us through being poisoned. The trans agenda is the worst because if you love somebody and you're able to build a life with them, whether they're opposite gender, together, one gender, it's of no consequence. I mean, you love, and that's, we love, you, that's what you do. But when it comes to the trans agenda, the torture is so prevailing and horrendous that, yeah, okay. So we're talking about, as you all know, I say the word dysmorphia is through the roof, and these poor people end up very sick, very unwell mentally in mental hospitals, and dead from a high percentage suicide rate. This is what's being done to our brains. Like you're saying, Sally, what happened to your, that just means he's got a lot of parasites down in the colon and he needs to clean that out. And hopefully that will help him if he does some work on that. Hopefully.